Hello gamers old and new, it's Aaron here, bringing you my first impressions of Infinity Runner. Probably one of the first and only, Infinity Runners out there. I think you might want to stick around for this one because it's definitely different. And here's what I'll tell you. What I think sets Infinity Runner apart from the rest of the pack is it has a story, and that is basically I haven't seen an Infinite Runner with a story, or even attempts to have a storyline, or the certain elements that it has. So I'm gonna list some pros and cons of the game. But first, I should actually give some description on who is developing this. It's developed by Wales Interactive, and they're a BAFTA award-winning game company. They've worked on such indie classics as Master Reboot, which I believe that's the one that they won their awards for, which is also an excellent psychological puzzler, if I do say so myself. Now, what works in Infinity Runner? Well, for start off, you can listen to the music. I mean, the music is just, it's fun, and it's also like heart pounding, and really gets you in the mood. It's running music, and they chose the running music perfectly. So thank God it has that. So while you're listening to this music, you're gonna have a lot of fast-paced gameplay, a lot of split-section decisions. It's first-person Infinite Runner, which is also unique in its own way. So there's sort of like a Mirror's Edge-esque, gameplay happening, being in first person. But also you're mixing in QT action events, which really help mix up the gameplay and really kind of keeps your heart pounding because you're jumping, you're dodging, you're looking over corners. Oh, do I have to go under that laser or over it? Oh, there's like 3 guys. I have to take them out. I have to watch out for toxic material. I have to weave to the left and right, or just stand still. Stuff like that keeps you, on your knees, or on your feet, on your knees. Wow. So, as I was saying earlier, the story. This game actually has a legitimate story. You wake up in this containment pod, and you're just. It seems that you're like covered in this like fluid. You get out. Someone is over there. He's trying to kill you. You get out of your pod. You just start running. You start blasting down the hallways. Clearly, you're just in these weird corridors. You don't know where you are. And then you get out, and then there's guards attacking you, and you just instinctively kill them because you have muscle memory. And then a voice comes on. It reminds me of Angel from the Borderlands series. How she sort of appears at the very top. It's just her eyes, and all you hear is her voice. Her name's Riley. And Riley's trying to get you out of the prison. Or what we find out is this ship that you escaped from, or you're trying to escape from, and that's the whole point of the story. Is from what I've been playing, I've played up to level 2, sector 2. That you're on this ship. They've done experiments on you. You might be a werewolf. You are a werewolf. And basically Riley just helping you get out. By running a whole bunch. And like I said, werewolves in space. Great thing about this game, of course, werewolves in space. This game doesn't take itself so seriously like any of the modern games. So I'm glad they have a fun tone to it. There's some comedy in the game, which I really enjoy. Another great positive is the price tag. This is $6.99 or your original equivalent. For a game like this, you get a legitimate story, arcade mode, and it's really fun to play, and there's a lot of replayability in the game. So I think the price tag is pretty good. So now that I told you the good, let's discuss some of the bad. So the controls, how they work is a bit weird, especially when you turn, because you have to turn to look, which is kind of it's really disorienting at first. It really is. I mean, you'll be looking to the left, and then you'll have to resize, and then
Come on, that's enough time for me.
turning your head gets really difficult. And also you have to, timing is so essential. And sometimes there are, bullshit things that happen. Another thing is textures could be better. Completely honest, it seems to me that they didn't take the best texture work possible because you'll be running so fast. So they worked on your hands. There's just, the game sort of has a nice like cell shading, almost like in Borderlands, like I referenced before. So I feel like they focused on the important stuff, but as you see, like when I was crawling on the ground, you could see the the grate and how kind of it was okay, but like it could have been better. So if they just buffed up the textures a little bit, I'm wondering to see how does this look on PC. This is of course running on PS4, so hopefully the textures are better on there. But really, that's the only two bad things. I think honestly, Infinity Runner is actually like legitimately fun, and not in like a cheesy hokey way. I think it's definitely a game you should try out. There's a demo on PSN, and I'm assuming on Steam. So I honestly think you should check this out because it's a fun 3D Infinite Runner, and if you even have like a semblance of liking Infinite Runners, I'd check it out. Especially if you're like a diehard, Infinite Runner, for just some apparent reason, like you love your Spider-Man Unlimiteds, your Temple Runs, all those other games like that, then yeah, you should definitely check this out. So right now, I'm just going to thank you so much for watching, and I'll leave the rest of the gameplay for you to enjoy. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. My name's been Aaron, and I'll catch you next time.
First of all, I would like to say well done. Not many people have made it out there in one piece. Not saying that I freed any other people to do what you just did, mind you. Anyway, moving on. My name is Riley, and at the moment, that's all the information you're getting out of me.